Hey, it's Chris here. Welcome to Get in the Van You Can. I'm glad you're watching and hoping you're having a great day or night, depending on what time it is where you are. Today I am in Keystone, South Dakota still. I'll be here for the summer, but I found myself a new spot. I'm just going to give you a little panorama. This is a pretty cool place. Now, I moved because I was in the wide open where I was. I was almost to the point where I could see Mount Rushmore, the monument from here, but I was on the other side of this rock. But up there on the top, you can definitely see Rushmore, and it's going to be over in that direction. But I found a place to park the van. It's nice and flat, kind of off the beaten path. But the best part of this deal was I got a little shade and a lot of privacy. And I like shade and I like privacy. Now that I have Mountain Girl, I have to worry about shade, and this is an area where a breeze, it just kind of the breeze easily blows through. So I just picked up a few things, and me and Mountain Girl scouted this out about an hour ago. So I got the hammock hung up. I got room for Phil and Jen right over there. They got four-wheel drive. There's another way to get up there, so they can park sort of closer to camp or on the other side of that rock. Mountain Girl's got a wide open area. Mountain Girl, come here, girl. Come. Come on. Let's go. You gonna come? Come say hey. Uh-oh, are you trapped? I think we might have a puppy trapped on the table. Well, no, she's not trapped. You know what it is? She just didn't want to come. She sees this leash in my hand. So anyway, come on, Mountain Girl. Come on. Oh, say hey. That's Mountain Girl. Oh, she's a good girl, isn't she? So she's enjoying the spot. I'm enjoying the spot. We got us a little shade. It's not too bad. A couple seats, table, place to eat, relax when it's not raining. Got the hammock. I do have a rain fly. I wanted to sleep in that, but maybe if it's super hot out one night, it might feel a little better than the van. So let's talk about insulation in the van. Like, so everyone rants and raves on insulation. And I've watched all these videos where they just go like completely extreme in insulating. One of the things I see that I know for a fact, because I do have a background in insulating, I know that you can't jam a bunch of rock wool or especially fiberglass even the cellulose stuff. You can't jam insulation, and you just can't force it. You think a big thick pile of that stuff is good, but it's not. So the insulating takes place through the transference, the thermal degree change throughout that process. So it slows the cold down is what it does, or it slows the hot down. It does a little bit better at cold. Most insulations that I've seen using vans than hot, but you can't just jam it in there. The other thing I see a lot of people do is they're putting 2 or 3 inches of an R value that's not even a 3, and they're putting two of those together, and they're just wedging them and shoving everything and sealing all that up, and that's great. You're still going to have condensation. It's going to be on the outside of that, and that's going to produce moisture behind that. So what have you done to take care of that? And I think legitimately what I've done is probably the best thing. I've used the spray foam, and I haven't just filled up all the gaps. I've just put an even spray and throughout that, and so I've done half my van that way. And I found the rear, which is done like that, has no condensation whatsoever. So it don't matter. I could be running the buddy. It could be 16 degrees out. All that's dry. 100%. And I know it's got an adhesion onto that. So what's happening is that's not only, you know, giving me a very tiny amount of insulation, hardly anything. But what it is doing is it's keeping the water from condensating. And so I think another good example of that would be truck liner, spray liner. You can take your van somewhere, and when it's stripped out, just get them to coat. You know, what would it be, the price of 2 beds? Probably not, maybe not even that. I don't know. Get it yourself. Do it. It's easy. Practice. Have fun. I think that would be the ideal insulation. I probably would recommend something in the ceiling to slow down the heat if you sleep a little later. I personally get up pretty early, even on my days off, and the van will tell me when it's too hot. And from that point, I transfer, you know, into the hammock or something like that if I wanted to sleep for a little bit more. But anyway, you didn't get a van to sleep all day anyway. Get out of bed. Go see this beautiful country. Play with your dog. So that's my little kick on insulation. Wanted to show you the new spot. If you like what you heard, subscribe to the channel. It's not always instructional or, you know, as I see it for van life, but here more recently, I think I've been doing this long enough to find out a few things. And so here I'm in a particular situation. It's awesome. I've got the puppy dog, you know what I mean? I've got a nice place to camp. I'm in the Black Hills, Butternuts National Forest. Ideal situation. Look at that van. What a sexy shot. If only I had a girl in a bikini. I'd get Hey, we're doing better though, dog. And hey, if you guys hadn't checked out Dave 2D, do that. Dave 2D is actually pretty awesome. He's funny. He a French construction worker. Van life. Dog. Boobs. Hey, if you like what you heard, subscribe. Watch this video to get more likes than any other. I promise you. Hare Krishna.